Assaf. I'll be the instructor of this webinar for you today. In this session, we will be discussing about Ethereum. So Ethereum is a pretty big concept. I'm sure that most of you have heard about it at least once, even if you're not familiar with the world of blockchain technology. If you didn't hear about Ethereum, you might have encountered at least Bitcoin. So we will be discussing about Ethereum, what it is, how it is used, what it is used for, what are the use cases, and what is the future of Ethereum. So let's begin. If you have any question during this session, please send them in the chat and I will answer them once I can. So a quick overview of the Ethereum project. Ethereum is an ecosystem which was created by Vitalik Buterin. The concept was proposed first in 2013, but it was officially launched on 2015. What is an ecosystem? An ecosystem is a complex system of interconnected components that work together to provide a solution. So what is the solution of Ethereum? We will deep dive into it later in this session. When we are talking about Ethereum as a network, this network utilizes the Ether or ETH as the ticker as its native token. So if you hear people that tell you that they own, for example, 5 tokens of Ethereum, they mean that they have 5 Ether tokens. It's not they actually own Ethereum. Ethereum is the network, Ether is the token. So the Ethereum network was created in order to improve the Bitcoin main flows, as well as offering new features. When we are talking about Bitcoin was a pretty simple concept of transactions. We are talking about a digital dollar bill. Let's say that you have a $10 bill. You can go into the store. You can buy drinks with it. You can buy food. You can buy clothes. You use that bill in order to pay, in order to initiate a transaction. Same for Bitcoin. It's a digital means of performing transactions like this one. When we are talking about Ethereum, it's more than just a token for payments, for transactions. There are many more uses for it. We will talk about them later. So Ethereum is it's an open source code. We will also deep dive into it later. And it was designed as a proof of work protocol. But now I'm talking about 2022, 2023, it's being transitioned into version 2 of Ethereum, which is a proof of stake protocol. When you always hear about Bitcoin mining, one of the key features that you hear about the Bitcoin mining is it's a large consuming of electricity mechanism, because you need very strong, very powerful computers in order to compute the blocks in the blockchain, and thus you create blocks and initiate transactions. So it consumes a lot of electricity. This is a proof of work protocol. Now, when we are talking about Ethereum, it works in a different way in the version 2 of it. We are not using a computational power in order to create new blocks. We are using the staking of other Ethereum tokens. For more information about proof of work and how does the blockchain technology works, we will have another session next month on February, when we will be discussing how proof of work and proof of stake work. Do you have any questions so far?
No.
Okay, if you have any questions, write them in the chat. Thank you very much. Okay,
Proof of stake is permissionless or permission.
sorry, can you write it in the chat so everybody will see the question? Okay, I'm not going in this session about permissioned or permissionless. It's more for how does blockchain technology as a concept works. This session is more about Ethereum. Okay. Okay. So when we are talking about Ethereum, let's go back to the dollar bill example that we have provided earlier. If we take a dollar bill, how many times can I divide the same dollar bill? How can I divide the dollar bill? Can you answer that? Okay, let's say I have a dollar bill. Yeah, that's the correct answer. We have cents. If I have $1 bill, I have 100 cents. So I can divide a single dollar into 100 fragments, which we call cents. When we are talking about Ethereum, we can also divide the Ethereum, the Ether token, into more fragments. So if you want to own an Ether, you don't have to buy one Ether. You can buy fragments of it. So how does the fragments work? We first have the smallest unit is called way. If you have 1,000 ways, Vardan, I will repeat some of the things that I discussed about in a few seconds. So the first unit is called way. This is the smallest one. This is the cent of the Ether token. If we have 1,000 way, we will have a K way. This is 1,000 ways. If we have 1 million ways or 1,000 key ways, we will have an M way. 1,000 M way will provide us with a G way. Then we will have the micro ether and the milliliter. If we have 1,000 milliliters, we will have a single ether token. The meaning of it is that while we are talking about $1, which is equal to 100 cents, so we can divide the $1 bill into 100 fragments. When we are talking about Ethereum, we can divide a single Ether into 1 quintillion smaller units. These are the way that we have been talking about. As opposed to Bitcoin, you might have heard that Bitcoin has a finite amount of 21 and 7,100 finite amount of Bitcoins that will be eventually in the market. There is no finite amount of tokens. But when we are talking about the amount of tokens, we can say that only 18 million tokens can be minted in a single year. So this feature is in order to control inflation. We need to ensure that the supply of Ether grows at a predictable rate. We don't want to suddenly have 1 billion tokens of Ether that are minted in a single year.